Is your business starving? Are you spending your days desperately hunting for your next client, your next sale, only to come back empty handed? What if you could turn that constant state of starvation into an overflowing holiday feast? A feast where perfectly qualified, ready to buy customers aren't just showing up, but are lining up asking to do business with you. In this masterclass, I'm going to hand you the exact playbook that does just that. This isn't about finding more leads. This is about systematically attracting the right leads. This is the masterclass on how to ignite your business with a constant, predictable, and automated stream of high quality leads. You can finally stop wasting your precious time on prospects who ghost you, haggle on price, and never convert. Because who likes those anyways? Who am I? I'm the founder and owner of a very successful digital marketing and digital advertisement firm. What do we do here? This YouTube channel is a dedicated business education channel where I teach business owners of all sizes and entrepreneurs who have a business opportunity how to use digital marketing to scale and grow their business effectively. That's who we are, and that's what we do. If you appreciate this type of content, do me a favor and gently tap that like button. Okay, now let's get back on topic. Let's be brutally honest. The whole hustle and grind culture of lead generation, it's broken. It's a relic, right? You've been told to make more calls, send more emails, post more content. You're just running on a hamster wheel doing more and more, but the needle isn't moving. Your pipeline is like a roller coaster. One week you're swamped with meetings. The next you're staring at an empty calendar with the pit of anxiety growing deep in your stomach. This isn't just frustrating. It's draining you financially and emotionally. Every hour you spend chasing a dead-end lead is an hour you didn't spend improving your product, serving your best clients, or actually leading your team. It's a messy, unscalable system, and you know it. It feels like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping that something sticks. You're dealing with prospects who don't get your value, who need their hand held, and who suck your energy dry. That's the real cost of a bad lead. It's not just the lost sale, it's the opportunity cost. It's the slow creeping burnout that kills more businesses than any market crash. But what if I told you that the top 1% of businesses don't operate this way at all? They don't hunt, they attract. There's a difference. I know because we do it for them. They've built a machine, a system that works for them 24/7, sifting, sorting, and qualifying leads. So the only people who make it to their calendar are the ones who are already pre-sold, pre-qualified, and ready to say yes. This is the exact system I'm going to reveal and teach you today. This isn't a theory. This is the result of a decade of us being in the trenches, building these lead generation machines for hundreds of businesses, actually taking them from starvation to absolute abundance. We're going to deconstruct the entire process piece by piece so that by the end of this masterclass, you will have the blueprint to build your own. I'll break this down into 5 sections and 8 strategies for you. Section number 1, the foundation, redefining a qualified lead. Before we even talk about tactics, we have to fix the single biggest mistake almost every business makes. We have to redefine what a qualified lead actually is. For most companies, a lead is just a name and an email, a warm body. And this is a huge error in thinking. It's why your sales team is frustrated and your conversion rates are in the gutter. A truly qualified lead isn't just someone who could buy from you. It's someone who should buy from you. They fit a specific predefined set of criteria that makes them a perfect match. Thinking you can sell to everyone is a recipe for selling to no one. Your first and most critical task is to get laser focused on who you serve by creating an ideal customer profile, or your ICP. This isn't some fluffy marketing exercise. This is the bedrock of your entire system. Your ICP goes way beyond basic demographics. It digs into firmographics and physiographics. If you're a B2B business, what's the ideal company size? The industry, what's their annual revenue? What is the exact job title of the decision maker? Who are the decision makers? But more importantly, what are their pain points? Okay. Not the surface level stuff, but the deep wake up at 3 a.m. problems that your product uniquely solves. What are their goals? What does success look like for them, and how do you fit into that picture? Once you have this crystal clear ICP, you can build a system called lead scoring. Think of lead scoring as a velvet rope to an exclusive nightclub. Your sales team is the VIP section, and the lead score is the bouncer making sure only the right people get in. This is how you automatically separate the hot prospects from the tire kickers. Lead scoring assigns points to each lead based on who they are and how they act. For example, a CEO might get 20 points while a student gets 0. A corporate email domain gets 10 points, a Gmail address gets 2. Then you layer on behavioral scoring. Did they visit your pricing page? If they did, that's 15 points. Did they download your Ultimate Guide ebooks? If they did, that's 20 points. Did they watch your whole 10-minute demo? If they did, that's 30 points. They are signaling their intent with their actions. You got to pay attention. You set a threshold, let's say 100 points, and only when a lead crosses that threshold do they become a marketing qualified lead. We call it an MQL, and get past the velvet rope to your sales team. This simple change ensures your closers only spend their time with prospects who are highly engaged and a perfect fit. It's no surprise that companies using this kind of strategic lead scoring see a massive 77 boost in their lead generation ROI. Why? Because you stop wasting time. You focus your energy on the people most likely to convert and let the system filter out the noise. This one shift is the first step from starvation to feast. Section 2, the inbound engine. Attracting leads who are looking for you. With the foundation in place, it's time to build the first part of our machine, the inbound engine. This is about turning the tables on the old sales process. Instead of you hunting for leads, the right leads start finding you. This happens when you stop interrupting people and start attracting them by creating value before you ask for anything in return. Now, let's break down the 3 pillars of a world-class inbound engine. Strategy 1. SEO optimized content. This is your 24/7 lead magnet. The single most powerful inbound strategy is creating content that's optimized for your search engines via SEO. Why? Trust me, it's not what you're thinking, because you're meeting customers at the exact moment they are looking for a solution. They are literally typing their problems into a search bar. When you show up with your answer, you're not seen as a salesperson, you're seen as an expert. This isn't just effective, it's incredibly efficient. Studies show that content marketing can generate 3 times more leads than traditional outbound marketing. And the leads you get from SEO have a far higher close rate than outbound leads like cold calls. The key is to stop writing content about your product and start writing about your customers' problems. Use your ICP to map out every question, challenge, and goal they have. Then create the single best piece of content on the internet that answers and solves that. This could be a deep dive blog post, a comprehensive guide, or a detailed case study. For instance, if you sell project management software to remote teams, don't just write a post titled "Our Software Features." Instead, create the complete guide of eliminating bottlenecks. For instance, if you sell project management software to remote teams, don't just write a post titled "Our Software Features." Instead, create the complete guide to eliminating bottlenecks in remote workflows. You optimize it for the keywords your ideal customer is searching for, like remote team productivity tools. You fill it in with genuine actionable advice that helps them, whether they buy from you or not. Then inside that content, you place a clear call to action to a high value offer. Your website stops being a brochure and becomes a resource that works around the clock to attract your perfect customers. Strategy number 2. Organic traffic is fantastic, but it's worthless if you don't convert it into actual leads. This is where the art of the lead magnet comes in. A lead magnet is an ethical bribe. It's an irresistible piece of value you offer in exchange for someone's content information. This is what turns an anonymous visitor into a known contact. The mistakes most people make is offering a generic subscribe to our newsletter. That's not a magnet. It's a boring request. A great lead magnet has to be specific, instantly downloadable, and give your prospect a quick win. It should be so valuable they'd feel silly not to get it. The options are endless, but they should always be tailored to your ideal customers. So here are my top 5 most effective lead magnet ideas, y'all. Number 1. Checklists and templates. A 15-point website conversion checklist is hyper practical. Number 2, a report like the 25 or 26 financial benchmarking report for retail positions you as an authority. An ROI calculator for your software provides interactive value. Number 4, an exclusive training just like this one attracts people who are serious about finding a solution. And number 5, for software companies, this is the ultimate lead magnet, especially if you have a great product. Now, let's get back to our project management software. Inside your guide on your remote workflows, you could offer a free downloadable asynchronous communication template pack. Someone reading that article is almost guaranteed to want those templates. They enter their email, you deliver the value, and now you have a brand new, highly qualified lead to nurture. You filtered for intent and started the relationship by giving, not taking. Strategy 3. This is your most charismatic salesperson. Now, if content is your magnet, video is your accelerator. Video is hands down the most powerful medium for building trust and driving action online. Adding a video to a landing page can boost conversions by up to 80 to 86%. It's no wonder that a large percentage of B2B marketers say video is exceptionally effective at converting leads. Why? Because video is the closest you can get to a face-to-face meeting at scale. It engages multiple senses and lets you show emotion, personality, and expertise in a way text just can't. YouTube is a powerhouse for this, acting as the world's second largest search engine. Creating long-form value-packed content like tutorials and client testimonials on YouTube helps you build a local audience that trusts you. But you can also use video more directly. One powerful tactic is a gated video, where you put a premium video like an exclusive masterclass behind a sign-up form. If someone is willing to give you their info to watch a 20-minute video, they're signaling a very high level of interest. Another advanced technique is using in-video forms. Imagine showing a demo of your software right at the moment you reveal its most powerful feature. A button appears in the video player. Want to see how this works for your team? You can book a 15-minute demo here. This captures that lead at their peak excitement, dramatically boosting conversion rates. Now, we've covered a lot of ground on attracting leads, and I know that creating the right lead magnet can feel like a huge task. That's why my team and I put together a brand new resource for you. It's called the Irresistible PMS Lead Magnet Checklist, and it details 20 different types of high converting lead magnets you can start creating this month, like right now, completely for $3.99. I've included the checklist and the framework steps that you will need in order to use it. It's in this video description below, so check it out. It's my personal gift to you for spending your time with me today. Section 3, finding your ideal customers. The inbound engine is powerful, but it's like planting a tree. It can take time to grow. While that engine is warming up, we need to build the second part of our machine, the outbound machine. This is about proactively finding your ideal customer where they hang out at. But this is not the old school shotgun blast approach of just spraying your message everywhere. This is surgically outbound, like a finely aimed arrow. Strategy 4, precision targeting with paid ads. Paid advertising is the fastest way to get your message in front of your ideal customer profile, your ICP. It's like a water tap for traffic. While you wait for your SEO content to rank, you can turn on paid tap and have leads coming in within hours. The key to success isn't the size of your budget, it's the precision of your targeting. Different platforms have different strengths. For example, Google Ads is great for capturing people who are actively searching for a solution. You're not creating demand, you're capturing it. Social media ads like the Meta platforms or LinkedIn are for targeting based on interest and behaviors. For B2B, LinkedIn is a game changer. You can target users by their exact job title, company size, and industry. Even better, LinkedIn lead gen forms, which pre-fill a user's profile info, and they have an average conversion rate of around 13%. That's often several times higher than a typical landing page. Imagine serving an ad for your webinar on scaling SaaS finance, right? Directly to every CFO at tech companies with 50 to 500 employees. That's precision. And that's what we're talking about here. A critical part of any paid strategy is retargeting. You've seen it. You visit a website and suddenly their ads are following you around. That's because the vast majority of website visitors aren't ready to buy on their first visit. Retargeting keeps you in front of them, gently guiding them back when they're ready to purchase. In fact, retargeting visitors are up to 70% more likely to convert. It's an essential way to maximize the return on every ad dollar you spend. Strategy 5, the art of cold email that gets replies. The success rate for cold calling can be dismally low, sometimes hovering around 2%. Cold email, when done right, is far more effective, but let's be clear. I'm not talking about buying a list of 10,000 names and spamming them with a generic template. That's like dropping a stack of generic flyers over an entire city and hoping someone calls. I'm talking about a strategic, personalized approach, which is more like sending a thoughtful handwritten invitation to a carefully curated guest list. First, the process is simple, but disciplined. First, build a small hand-curated list of companies that perfectly match your ICP. Then do your homework. Find a specific, relevant reason to reach out. Did they just get funding? Did they hire a new VP? Have they posted about a challenge on LinkedIn? Your email should be short, personalized, and focused on them. A great structure or example for you of that is this. Number 1, you want to have your personalized opener. I would use something like this. Number 2, you want to have your value prop. I would use something like this. And number 3, you want to have your low friction call to action. And again, I would use something like this. The key is to automate the follow-up. Most replies come after the 3rd or 4th email. Use outreach tools to schedule a sequence of follow-ups that automatically stop once someone replies. Test everything. Your subject lines, your value prop, your CTAs. This turns cold email from a guessing game into a data-driven science. Strategy 6, leveraging other people's audiences, influencers, and social proof. Why build an audience from scratch when you can tap into one that already exists? Think of it like this. Instead of trying to build your own power plant, you can just plug your appliance into an already existing electrical grid. Partnering with influencers is a massive underutilized strategy, especially in B2B. The data is clear. A high percentage of users trust influencer recommendations when making a purchase decision. When people hear influencer, they often think of fashion or travel, but the B2B influencer space is exploding. These are trusted industry experts within a niche, and they have highly engaged audiences of your exact ideal customers. Here's how to use it. Number 1, for B2B, instead of sponsoring a post, partner with a micro influencer. Their endorsements brings credibility and their audience brings qualified attendees. Okay, number 2, for B2C, partner with creators whose audience aligns with your brand. Tie their content to a unique discount code or special offer as you can track the ROI directly. Beyond influencers, you need to systematically collect and showcase social proof everywhere. Customer testimonials, video case studies, and logos of clients all reduce friction and build trust. When a prospect sees that someone just like them achieved their desired results with your product, the sale gets a whole lot easier. Section 4, the scalable system, automation, and nurturing. We've built an inbound engine to attract leads and an outbound machine to find them. Now, we need the central operating system to make it all work together, to scale your efforts, and to make sure no leads ever fall through the cracks. This is your automation and nurturing system. Strategy 7. This is where we shift from being a hunter to being a farmer. A shocking percentage of marketing leads never convert into sales, and the main reason is a lack of lead nurturing. Most businesses assume a lead is ready to buy the second they download an ebook, but a lead is like a seed you've just planted. You can't demand it bear fruit on the next day. You have to water it. In fact, many leads might not be ready to convert for at least 3 months. This is where lead nurturing saves the day. Nurturing is simply building a relationship over time by providing consistent, relevant value. It's the automated sprinkler system for your garden of leads, giving them water and nutrients so when they are ready to buy, you're the only choice. And it works. Nurture leads can make purchases that are 47% larger than non-nurture leads. The best way to do this is with automated email campaigns. When a lead downloads a resource, they're automatically put into a sequence. This isn't a sales pitch, it's a value campaign. It might look something like this. Email 1 should be immediate. You're going to deliver your lead magnet. Email 2, a couple days later, you're going to share a related blog post. Email 3, present a case study for a client with similar problems. Email 4, about a week later, you're going to invite them for a free webinar or a demo. And then email 5 will be a more direct but still value driven email from a real person offering a free strategy session. This whole process is automated. This system works for you 24/7, educating prospects, building trust, and guiding them toward a purchase. This is how you can generate 50% more sales ready leads at a 33% lower cost. Strategy 8, the zero friction future, AI zero click and messaging leads. To build a truly world-class system, you have to look at where things are headed. Two of the biggest trends are zero-click experiences and AI-powered conversational marketing. Zero-click lead gen is about removing friction. Instead of sending a user from a LinkedIn ad to an external landing page to fill out a form, you use a LinkedIn document ad. This lets them read your entire white paper as a carousel right in their own feed. At the end, a native pre-filled lead form appears. They never have to leave the app, and that's the point. At the same time, AI is revolutionizing how we engage with leads. Think of an AI chatbot as a tireless digital concierge for your website. Today's conversational AI can engage with visitors 24/7, answering complex questions, qualifying leads based on your criteria, and even booking meetings directly on your sales team's calendar. Plus, with billions of users on messaging apps like WhatsApp and Messenger, businesses are now using click to message ads. A prospect sees an ad on Instagram, clicks message us, and is instantly talking with an AI chatbot that can qualify them on the spot. This isn't about replacing humans. It's about using AI to handle the repetitive, top of funnel work, freeing up your team to focus on high value conversations. Section 5, let's put it all together. We've covered a ton of ground. We've broken down the inbound engine, the outbound machine, and the nurturing system. Now, let's put it all together. The biggest mistake businesses make is relying on a single channel. The most successful businesses build a multi-channel system where every part supports the others. In fact, companies with strong omni-channel strategies can see much higher engagement rates compared to single-channel approaches. Here's what you should do, and your playbook looks something like this. Number 1, attract with value. Your SEO content and your YouTube videos act as 24/7 magnets, drawing in people actively searching for solutions. Number 2, your lead magnets, which can be checklists or webinars, convert that anonymous traffic into known leads. Number 3, you use paid ads, especially retargeting, to amplify your best content and reach your entire ideal customer profile. Number 4, while inbound builds your surgical cold email campaigns are starting conversations with your dream clients. Number 5, every single lead, no matter where they came from, is put into a long-term, value-driven automated email sequence like a garden with an automated sprinkler system. Number 6, you constantly test and measure everything. What content generates the most leads? Which lead magnets convert best? You let data guide your decisions, doubling down on what works and cutting what doesn't. This integrated system transforms your lead generation from a series of unpredictable tactics into a reliable, scalable machine. It's a shift from anxiously hunting for your next meal to confidently managing your own thriving ecosystem. Now, depending upon how you best learn, what I want you to do now is cover a few of those key points that we just spoke about with a PowerPoint presentation. And I'm not a huge fan of having the creator's face on the PowerPoint. You already know it's me. Just listen to my voice. All right, YouTube familia. So moving on, what I would like to do right now is I would like to, because we covered a lot in that, in the, leads master course, right? So what I want to do is, I use a lot of storytelling. I use a lot of analogy. I use a lot of allegory and stuff like that. I wanted to kind of simplify it a bit. So, y'all know me. I'm a huge fan of the PowerPoint presentation. Got to have a pitch deck, got to have a PowerPoint. It just makes life a little bit easier, in my opinion. More importantly, I wanted to pull some of the concepts, and kind of make them just a little bit easier to digest. So this PowerPoint presentation is not that long. And I know a lot of content creators like to do this and they like to see themselves on the screen. YouTube, y'all have been seeing me for the last however long this video has been, right? You don't need to see my face. You need to see the information that I'm giving you, and you need to hear the sound of my voice. So we're going to rock the voiceover. All right. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. So this is the continuation of our masterclass, right? How to ignite your business with qualified leads. and let's get into it. Remember, what I want to do here is I want to further just, hit on certain points that I know that you need to know, especially if you're a brand new business, struggling business, or a startup, something like that, or if you just want to learn more about leads, right? So we covered all this, but this just makes it a little bit simpler to understand. Okay, so number one, what is lead generation? By now, you should already know this, but simply put, it's the process of attracting and capturing potential customers who are interested in your products, your services, your tools, whatever the case may be. And the goal is to turn that casual browser into an eager buyer. Okay. That's the whole purpose of lead generation and the purpose of this masterclass. All right. So the first thing you need to understand, like we spoke about before, is what is the difference between a lead and a qualified lead, right? So modern lead generation isn't just about volume, it's about quality. All right. 100 uninterested leads are worth far less than 10 high quality prospects who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. Every lead you capture is a potential sale for your business, for your brand. All right. They're potential advocates, or even they may become your next big partners. So remember, the goal here is not leads. Let me say that again. The goal here is not leads. The goal here is getting qualified leads, right? Qualified leads. Okay. So in order to, and I alluded to this quite a bit in our masterclass, but in order to truthfully understand how to get that qualified lead, the mind frame that I want you to be in, think about the buyer's journey, right? So the normal person who never heard of your business, your brand, your products, your tools, your services, how they go from zero to hero, zero being they never heard of any of that stuff, and hero being they're ready to buy. Well, this is how they do it, right? What we found in our studies is they go through 3 stages, right? Number 1 is the awareness stage. Okay. So your prospect at this point, because that's what they are experiencing and they're expressing symptoms of a problem or an opportunity, right? I'll say that again. They're experiencing and they're expressing symptoms of a problem or an opportunity. So the ways that we found to get them through the awareness stage is by utilizing, if your business can support, right, or your brand, is by using any analyst reports that you may have, expert content. This works really well in terms of social media, but it doesn't have to be. White papers, right? So those 3 can help ease them through the awareness stage. So they're becoming aware, but they're not there yet, right? Also, as they move from stage 1 to stage 2, the awareness stage to the consideration stage, right? What we found kind of helps them do that a little bit better is research reports, ebooks that you can use as lead magnets, which you know quite a bit about because we talked about ad nauseum, and any type of educational content, right? Any type of educational content helps them go from that awareness to the consideration. Okay. Now, stage 2 is the consideration stage, and we want to push them through their journey, right? So that they go to the decision stage so that they're ready to purchase. Okay. So in the consideration stage, the prospect now has clearly defined, okay, whatever their issue or their opportunity is. All right. And so the best way to move them through the consideration stage is through live interactions, webcasts, or podcasts. Once they finish with the consideration stage, you want to move them to the decision stage where they're ready to purchase. Okay. And by now they're aware they have a problem or an opportunity. They've thought about it at depth, and they're ready to make a decision, meaning they're ready to purchase either yours or somebody else's, whatever it is. Our goal here is to get them to purchase yours by you following this framework that I'm giving you right now. Okay. So they know what their problem is, or they know what the opportunity is. All right. We found in our research, the best ways to get them through the decision stage is by using comparison white papers. Okay. Company A versus company B, product 1 versus product 2, and how that can help them get over or get through or get around whatever it is. All right. Videos are really good at doing this. Expert guides are really good at doing this. They're ready to decide on their solution or whatever their strategy is. And you can also use item comparisons along with the comparison white papers. You can do trial downloads. This works really, really well for software companies, companies that sell SaaS or anything along those lines. You can do product reviews, or you can do actual live demos, right? Once you, as a business owner, once you understand the buyer's journey, and how they go from not knowing you to ready to purchase, you only have one option, and that's going to be success, right? So think about this. Think about ways to implement this in your business. It's very, very important. This is what the buyer goes through before they purchase from you. You need to know it, okay? So again, the best ways to help your buyer, the lead magnet strategies, which we talked about, optimize landing pages, and social media marketing and email marketing. Now, there are many different lead magnet strategies. We talked about a few of them, okay? But your lead magnet strategy, whichever one you're going to use. So the basics that you need to know are this. You have to know what makes a lead magnet work, okay? What makes a lead magnet effective for your audience, for your customers, for your consumers. Your lead magnet has to solve a problem. Your audience is going to have their pain points, and your lead magnet should promise to fix at least one of them, if not more. Okay. Your lead magnet needs to be specific. The more tailored your offer is, the better it'll convert. Think 10-minute meal plans for busy parents instead of healthy recipes, something along those lines. Okay. Your lead magnet should be quick to consume. Nobody wants to spend hours sitting through a freebie. A checklist, guide, or a template works wonders. Okay. Your lead magnet should showcase your expertise. Right? A strong lead magnet demonstrates your value and makes your audience trust you. And lastly, your lead magnet should be actionable. So by the time they finish with your lead magnet, whatever that is, they should feel like they've achieved something. So whatever lead magnet you decide to use for your business, just make sure that it fits this framework. Okay. Very, very important. Lead magnets that convert are the most important. So here are a few that consistently deliver results. And we talked about a few of these, but I'll go over it again. Okay. eBooks, which are bite-sized guides packed with actionable insights. Everybody's online now, so it works. That's the whole point of digital marketing, right? Checklists, simple, quick reference tools for immediate value. All right. You got your templates, and we got a bunch of those pre-made frameworks or designs that save time. Do not forget to go in the information below this video and download your lead magnet and all that information that we put down there for y'all. Okay. Webinars, a chance to connect directly while teaching something valuable, and then quizzes. Quizzes are cool because they're interactive and they're fun, and they also double as engagement tools. Okay. So you can pick any one of these, or you can create your own. It doesn't matter. Right. But again, utilize this framework for your lead magnet strategy. Now, we talked about landing pages, okay? High converting landing pages. That's what you want for your business. You're going to need high converting landing pages. So there's 3 things that you have to have in order to have a high converting landing page, okay? Number 1, a standalone web page designed with one purpose in mind is your conversions. It's where your audience lands after clicking on your ad, email, or social media posts. Unlike your website's homepage, a landing page eliminates distractions and focuses solely on guiding visitors toward a single action, right? So a solid CTA, right? Call action. And that's signing up for your lead magnet. Okay. Number 2, your high converting landing page must have, right? It should have the following elements. Okay. It should have headlines that hook. So good hooks in your headlines, clear subheadlines, compelling, bold visuals, right? Persuasive copy, concise, benefit focused, and easy to comprehend. And it should include a strong call to action. I can't say that enough, right? So for whatever your business is, this is where you put on your thinking cap and you think about what your actual call to action is. That's going to be based off of, whatever your business plan is, right? Your mission statement. Okay. And lastly, number 3, the third thing that you're going to want your high converting landing page to have, you want to personalize it, right? So you want to create dynamic landing pages that adapt based on users' behavior or demographics. If your ad targets small business owners, your landing page could include copy of visuals of visuals specifically addressing their specific pain points. So think about all the things that we talked about within this masterclass and apply those to your landing pages so that it turns your conversions higher, right? So that they work better for you. Okay, social media marketing and email marketing. Now, 3 things that I want y'all to look at after you've watched this video, if you haven't seen that already, or if you haven't seen them in a long time. Okay, so social media marketing. Okay, we did a video on social media marketing. All right, if you haven't seen that video, immediately after finishing this video, I want you to go watch it, or you can pause it, then you can watch it. Okay, social media marketing is important because it offers direct access to a massive target audience. All right. It enables low-cost, high-reaching marketing, and it facilitates authentic engagement and trust building, right? You can use your social media to share valuable content, to offer lead magnets, and to leverage user-generated content that turns followers into qualified leads through specialized ad formats and insightful analytics, okay? Email marketing. Now, y'all know I'm a huge fan of email marketing. Okay. Email marketing is going to be great for your lead generation. It's cost effective. And it's also going to be good to move them through your sales pipeline to turn those prospects not only into qualified leads, but to turn them all the way into happy lifetime customers. That's what we use email marketing for. Right. So if you'd like to learn more about email marketing and you haven't seen that video, then go ahead and watch that video. Lastly, how do you tie it all in? Well, you tie it in with digital marketing, right? So digital marketing allows for precise audience targeting and real-time engagement, ensuring the right message reaches the right people when they are the most receptive to it. Digital marketing also provides measurable results, enabling businesses to track performance, optimize campaigns, and improve return on investment, your ROI, right? Additionally, digital channels facilitate cost-effective strategies, higher quality leads through personalization, and improved customer engagement. So after you watch this masterclass on how to get the leads that you actually want, if you have not seen these 3 videos recently, I want you to go watch these 3 videos, right? Social media marketing, email marketing, and how digital marketing ties it all in. This will help you further your business education within digital marketing. And also note that the digital marketing is a complete course. That is another complete masterclass. So again, that's going to be jam-packed with information and value. So pull out your notebook, your pens, your pencils, all that good stuff, and get ready to get it in, because that thing is ready. It's ready for you right now, right? Okay, let's talk automated lead generation. Now, we covered this. I want to say we covered this at like the 15-minute mark of the video. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I'm getting older, y'all. I apologize. But when it comes to automating your lead generation, this is what I want you to think about. Okay. Automations, I mean, they save you time, but more importantly, when you set them correctly, it's a set it and forget it tool. Like, it works perfectly because it's a software. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay. So you are going to want to plug in automations, even if you have a staff, even if you have a office building, even if you have a host of secretaries, you're still going to want to plug in automations, because it's going to make your job, your business your position that much easier. Right. Right. Everybody always talks about AI. Well, guess what, people? AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Right. You have to learn how to use it before it ends up using us, like Terminator or something. Who knows? Right. But definitely input automations into your lead generation. Okay. Now, here are some of the key areas to automate. Okay. Email sequences automatically send welcome emails. They nurture series. You have your nurture series emails, and you have your follow-up emails based on your lead's behavior. Okay. You can also set up automations for lead scoring. We talked about that. Now, lead scoring assigns scores to leads based on their interactions with your content, helping you focus on the most promising ones. Okay. And you can also do simple stuff like schedule your social media posts ahead of time, which frees up time that you might need in the office or somewhere else at the home or the house or wherever you do your business at. All right. So think about these 3 things right here. Also, You want to automate your ad retargeting because it's just easier to do. Okay. When you automate your ad retargeting, this allows you to engage leads who visited your landing pages but didn't convert, right? That way you're not chasing people around. Let your software do that. Okay. And then your CRM, your customer relationship management system, which you should have. If you don't, you should have one. And if y'all want, do me a favor in the comments. If you want me to pick apart CRMs, we'll do that and we'll make a video about it for you. Definitely recommend, no matter what size your office is, that you get a CRM, right? Think of your CRM like this. A CRM is a virtual office. How about that, right? A CRM is a virtual office. So CRM updates will automatically update your lead details and track their journey within your CRM system. All right. So if you don't have a CRM, you definitely need to get one. Think of it like a virtual office. Okay. If you have a large staff, a CRM will allow that staff to do more. If you have a small staff or you are a business of one, a CRM will allow you to do more. It works just like that. That's how I want you to think about it. All right. Now, some automation tools that I want you guys to look into. Okay. So these are some top practical tools that will help you get started. So if we're talking email marketing, right, which y'all know I preach heavily, which everybody does need, there are a host of different platforms that do it. But through our experience, the ones that work the best for us and the ones that we've seen our customers and clients use the most. All right. So there's 3 of them. There's MailChimp, there's ConvertKit, and there's ActiveCampaign. All right. No company on this list endorses us. No company on this list sponsors my channel, right? No company on this list is my company partners with, right? I'm just telling y'all what works because this is a business education channel and we teach digital marketing to entrepreneurs and to business owners. So remember, we talked about your CRM, right? Now, again, there are a bunch of different CRMs, right? Even my company sells CRMs and we also sell email marketing. But if you're not going to go through us, the ones that we recommend the most besides our own is HubSpot, Salesforce, and Zoho CRM. Okay. And then also for your social media scheduling, Buffer, Hootsuite, and Later. All right. So make sure y'all check those out. If you need those three tools within your office, and if you don't have them, then you definitely need them. How about that? All right. So other automation tools that you're going to want to look into. So your ad automations. Now this one's going to be easy, right? So a lot of users are on Meta platforms, Facebook Ads Manager. Just get into it, learn it. All right. We will have some videos coming that talk specifically about that, and also Google Ads. Okay. And then you want to think about your workflow. So how does what is your business's systems? What is their processes, right? For that, you can use something like Zapier, or you can use Make, right? Which is now called Make, but it used to be called Integromat. All right. And then lead generation, right? Lead generation. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to list a company who generates leads. So my company generates leads for our clients. There are plenty of other companies out there who generates leads, but in order to get leads, you need someone who's dedicated. You need a dedicated marketing strategy. That's how that works. You don't want to buy a bunch of low quality leads and start spamming folks. We don't roll like that. Okay. We do not roll like that. Right. You can do payment for visibility. That's another way to do lead generation. Okay. You can do PPL, pay per lead. You can do PPC, pay per click. Did a whole video about that. Right. You can do PPP, right, which is pay per performance. So every business needs lead generation. And if you're going to get lead generation, you need to go about doing it one of these ways. Okay. If digital marketing is where you're lacking at, then go ahead and give us a call. Now, if you look over to the right, you'll notice that over half of all businesses are now dedicating an average of 40% of their entire digital marketing budget to lead generation. So think about that, right? This is the future. Not we're going into it, Not it's creeping up on us. No, it's already here. It's already here. If you're not generating leads for your business, you're already behind the power curve. And that's the purpose of this masterclass. So we can get this knowledge to in the hands of those people who need it the most. All right. So think about that. All right. Funding for lead generation, just to kind of give you an idea. So if you're a small business, okay. Small businesses budget on average between $1,000 to $5,000 a month for cost-effective lead generation strategies. Okay. If you're a medium-sized business, you need to be allocating between $5,000 to $20,000 a month for a more balanced approach. And if you're a large or enterprise, you're investing 20 grand or more a month for comprehensive high impact campaigns. And that's just how it goes. So any marketing company or digital marketing company that is quoting you anything below that, okay, let us know, because we're going to buy their company or they really can't do what they're saying, or anybody quoting you above this for your funding, they're trying to rob you. So this is the industry standard. This is where we're at right now for 26. Okay. So in your mind, this is roughly where you should be at. But again, this is based off your budget. So think about it like that. All right. So why do I keep talking about lead generation? Why is it important? Well, let's give you a graphic so you can see it. Okay. So the business on the left, right? This is a 3-year sales summary. The business on the left is the business who conducts lead generation, right? The business on the right is the business that does not conduct lead generation. So the proof is always in the pudding, but more importantly, it's the proof is in your ROI, your return on investment. Okay. Those companies who actively do what we're teaching here, they get more customers. Why? Because they're looking for them, right? It's as simple as this. Think about it like this. Why does a cat always find mice? Simple. A cat always finds mice because that's what they look for, right? They don't find zebras. They don't find alligators because they're not looking for that. They find mice because that's what they're looking for, right? So the best way to inject more sales into your business is you have to figure out your lead generation strategy. You just have to. And there's no two ways about that. If you don't, you are literally shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to jump right back up to seeing my face again. Have a good one. Started this with the image of a starving business desperately looking for its next customer. My promise was to give you the playbook to turn that starvation into a feast. That playbook isn't a single magic bullet. It's about building a system that attracts, converts, and nurtures your ideal customers at scale. We've covered the absolute necessities of defining a qualified lead with your ICP and lead scoring. We've detailed how to build an inbound engine with content and SEO. We've outlined how to build a surgical outbound machine with precision ads and personalized email. And we've tied it all together with automations that ensure no lead gets left behind. The path from starvation to feast is a path of transformation. It requires you to stop thinking like a hunter and start thinking like a farmer. You have to be willing to plant seeds by creating value, water them through nurturing, and build a system of automation that protects and scales your harvest. The strategies we've talked about today aren't just theory, y'all. They are proven methods that the world's fastest growing companies use every single day. We use it every day for our clients. The only thing separating you from them is implementation. So my question to you is this: what are you going to do with this playbook? If you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, if you're ready to finally build a predictable pipeline of qualified leads, then I have 2 final invitations for you. First, don't forget to look at the video description for the free Irresistible PMS Lead Magnet Checklist. It's the perfect first step. And second, If you like my team and me to personally help you design and implement this entire machine in your business, I invite you to book a strategy call with us. We'll dive deep into your business and map out a custom action plan for you. There's a link in the description below, and you can simply scan this QR code to book your call. Now, go turn your business into the feast it was always meant to be by utilizing everything that we talked about here, and sprinkle some digital marketing inside of it as well to give your business a huge boost. It's simple. You can learn everything you need to know about digital marketing simply by watching this video right here.